So this is a Sabatier knife blank, and I'm proposing to make a handle. Now this applies to tool handles, knife handles, any kind of handle. Most handles for tools are round, which obviously that's a very straightforward bit of turning. I've got a rather nice one here that Melissa made for me with some fancy turning on it. So you can let yourself go a little bit with that sort of thing and have each handle different. But with a knife handle, it really needs to be oval and not round. What I did first was I cut a piece of wood which was thinner than it was wide, and I didn't like the idea of having to finish the flats by hand. I also want it to be round at this end and oval at this end. So what I'm proposing to do, I've drilled this off centre, so the knife's going to fit into it with a long drill. I've got a long drill that's quite long for its size, that this will just tap right in. So it drilled right down the full length of this handle, almost to the end, not quite. So I've got one centre hole in that end because I want the end of this knife to be round, but I want this part to be tapered. So what I've done, I've carefully marked off some off-centre, and I'm using this one and this one. These are too far, these two are probably about right. And I've turned one side so you can see that one side is quite nicely scooped, and I'm going to put it back on the lathe on the other reference point. And that's this one. Make sure I get it in the proper hole, and that should, no, that's that one, so I want it in this one. I want it in that one, and then that should, yes, so we'll see if that works. You see a little bit of breakthrough there, I can probably fill that with afterwards and it won't be noticeable, so we'll see if this works. Just a little stop and see what it's looking like. Yeah, it's going to make quite a nice oval. Obviously you have to leave the front round because you've got your offset holes. Let me see if I've got that in the right offset. Yeah, it seems to be. So try and get them to look that's basically the essence of off-centre turning. So you get a rather nice, so now I'll trim this end down by hand, and I'm just going to polish this up with sandpaper now and try and see if we can get a decent finish on it.
Why don't you draw and show them how you did the holes?
Okay, yeah, I haven't got any paper down here.
You get the back of that.
Okay.
Or the back of that,
yeah.
Over there.
No, this is alright.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically you're starting off with a round object with a centre hole. So wherever the tang of your knife goes, probably won't be straight down the centre. With a tool, with a turning tool, it would be down the centre. That's fine, but we're talking about trying to do some oval turning. So what you've got to do, you take a line through here, which is parallel. The knife is going to be in this dimension, that's going to be the knife. And we want to put a centre pop, even sided. Now you can do that by just marking it off with the pencil, using your finger as a reference point. And then you basically offset it each side.
Show what you mean by a centre pop. They don't know.
Yes, here's a centre pop. There's a centre pop. It just makes the centre pop. And saves you having to bash and bang about with things and show the mess on my bench. Okay, that's it. Simple as that.